And welcome back to Ask Coach Gallagher. Alongside Greg Gallagher, I'm Dave Erickson, and Greg's in Spokane, Washington. And today's topic has to do with the transitional phases throughout our season or postseason. And if you have a question for Greg, use the hashtag Ask Coach Gallagher on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. All right, Greg, you have different types of transitional phases within the season. There could be a mid-season transition, and then also, quote, our off-season.
Yes, at the end of the season. Yeah, so your mid-season, say you have an A race earlier in the year, and you have another A race, say halfway through the end of the season. So you don't want to train for 9-10 months straight, and you could get burnt out. So you take that little break. So that transition phase is where you maybe take a week off of training, just kind of keep things fun, kind of let your body recover from all the stuff you've done after that last race. Mentally, you need that little break, and so then you start back up, and then when you get into the end of the season, that's the big one. That's when it could be up to 2 weeks, or at least 2 weeks, up to 6, depending on how you're feeling, how you're recovering from that race. And if your last race of the season is an Ironman, I always recommend 4 weeks off. 4 weeks off of doing nothing related to triathlon. You can go on a little bike ride with the kids. You can go on a hike. You do other activities other than triathlon, because you need that break, and your body needs to recover, and you need that mental break. So, there's three objectives. So you have the rest and recoup. So that's where you're letting your body recover. Then you have where you're going to assess your season. Look at your season, see how things went, see maybe there's some good things and bad things. You're not looking for fault in yourself. You're just looking to see what worked and what didn't work, so you can improve on for next year. And then you're physically active, so you're still out there doing some stuff, but it's not triathlon related. I get end of an Ironman. Let's take 4 weeks off and go play ball with the kids and do something other than sitting on the bike. And you don't want any of these sessions to have a specific outcome. You're not looking at going, I'm going to go on this short ride, but I got to get this done. So you need to have a clean slate, assess your season, and start building for next year.
You said the word build there. I'm thinking this is probably something you build into your season. So you say, okay, I have an A race and it ends at the June 1st. Okay, I'm going to build in a 2.5 week buffer where I'm going to transition out of it, let my mind clear, kind of let the body recuperate, and then ramp back up to the second half of the season.
Yes, exactly. And again, at the end of the season, that's when you have your downtime. You have to figure out, maybe you start planning for next year. That's always the best time, after you've just had that last race, let your body recoup, and then start training, or start planning for your training phases for the next season, and plan out your A races, plan out your B races, and get your schedule ready. And that's the great time to do it, during that transition phase.
I can imagine some athletes out there thinking, gosh, I don't want to lose the fitness that I've gained and built over the last 5 months. So how many weeks can I take off before I start losing some fitness?
Well, you're gonna lose some fitness, but you got to let that peak fitness go. It's the end of your season, and you have no reason to hang on to it, because you have to let your body recover, both, again, physically and mentally. You're going to gain it back. It's not like you're going to go in the hole. You're going to lose some fitness, but you're not going to take the 5 months to build back up where it was. So, yeah.
It's kind of like a muscle memory, but fitness memory. You've been there before. You've reached a certain level. I can get back up there faster because I've been there before.
And you've also taken that recovery time, so your body's ready to go again. Your mind is ready to go again. Things are healed up. You're taking that time to fix any little tweaks. Something was bothering you. Your knee's bothering you. Maybe you got a shoulder issue. Well, you take that time to fix those things before you start up again. If you start up too quick, you're going to get mentally burnt out.
Yeah. All right. If you got a question for Greg, use the hashtag AskCoachGallagher on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. Greg, thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.